On the local scene, Geroge has now turned his attention to the Court of Arbitration for Sports to seek redress following his disqualification to contest for the Ghana Football Association presidency. Now, the appeals committee rejected Afriyie'S appeal after he was initially disqualified by the elections committee. According to them, Mr. Afriyie failed to provide the required number of members to support his candidacy. Now, his reinstatement depends on the verdict of CAS. By the moment, the incumbent president, Geroge, is set to run unopposed in the upcoming elections. And we have more in the following report. The former vice president of the Ghana Football Association was disqualified from the race after one of the 5 individuals who endorsed his form was found to be unfit to do so. According to the vetting committee, one Jeffrey Asari, who endorsed his application on the nomination form as a director of Victory Club Warriors FC, was neither an authorized signatory for the club nor a company director as required by the regulations. This therefore made his nomination incomplete, rendering him unqualified to contest incumbent Geroge in the elections. However, on 8th September, Mr. Afriyie successfully filed an appeal at the appeals committee, calling on them to reverse the erroneous decision by the vetting committee on the following basis. 1. Mr. Afriyie accused the committee of breach of natural justice and fair hearing when it failed to apply Article 8, Clause 3, when it neglected, failed and refused to apply the regulation. He also noted that he provided 6 members endorsing his nomination, and the invalidation of one shouldn't warrant his disqualification, as to still meet the minimum 5. Aside from this, the elections committee, which is supposed to be comprised of 5 members per Article 54 of the GFA Statute 2019, was 6 during his vetting, and this, he says, is contrary to the mandated composition of the panel. After a thorough review, the appeals committee dismissed the plea by Geroge and upheld the decision of the vetting committee on the following basis. On the composition of the vetting committee, the committee clarified that the 6th person mentioned by Afriyie was the in-house lawyer of the Ghana Football Association who was present for administrative purposes and not part of the vetting team. This practice, according to the elections regulations of the GFA, is permissible. The committee also noted that it is untrue that Mr. Geroge provided 6 members endorsing his form. Rather, the only members submitted in support of his nomination are only 5, with one being unfit to do so. They also explained that Mr. Afriyie rather included a statutory declaration from another person who had not supported his nomination, rendering the document irrelevant. Meanwhile, lawyer for Geroge insists the committee did not give them a fair hearing and they will seek redress at the Court of Arbitration for Sports.
In our case before the committee, we told them that certain things were done by the elections committee. They alleged in their decision. And we want to also be privy to those things. For instance, they claim that there was video evidence of the sittings where members, or even the interview of Jeffrey Asari and the other members of that member of the GFA who had supported it. And we said that, please make it available to us. We also want to interrogate it. But if you are making a decision on the basis of some information against me, at least I should get the benefit of knowing why that decision is being made with that information. Then, just like the elections committee, the appeals committee decides that they will not give us that benefit, yet decide the matter on the basis of evidence that we have not seen. That is another critical matter in this whole case.
While it is unsure when the appeal will be filed at the Sports Judicial Review Body, the elections have now been moved from September 27 to October 5, with Geroge on course to contest unopposed. For Joy Sports, Razak Musbah.